up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is your main man, Juggernaut of Multi-Platinum Production Team.
Arkatech Beatz.
Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D, and welcome to the Music Review Live Stream Series. We are live. We've been doing the Music Review Live Stream Series now for a couple of weeks. A little more than a week, a little more than a couple of weeks, but we've been doing it for a few weeks, and we've been, helping artists and producers and everyone just trying to get their game a little bit better, at the same time looking for new talent, things to collab with, etc. Make sure that you're hitting the link that's on the screen for your submissions. Shout out to everybody that's jumping in. We are currently at 703 submissions total, which is a crazy number right now considering. But like I was saying, what we're trying to do now is we're to start listening to some music. And I'm about to get into the stream in a little bit. Stone Cold, what up? Just about to get into this thing and about to start listening to a few new joints, seeing where everybody's at. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put the link out for everybody to see if anybody wants to submit in real time and get reviewed in real time. Like I said, there is over 700 submissions that we've had since we started this. So if you're looking to get listened to tonight live, make sure that you are submitting for a skip to get listened to tonight. This joint right here we got up now is called Show Me the Way. We're starting a little bit later tonight, so we're going to try to get right to it. This is by Hatter, the Mad Hatter. We're going to try to make a listen. If it's not doing what we need to do, we're going to kind of move it straight forward. I'm going to move it along.
Where are you? I need you to show me the way. Where are you? I'm running out of time. Do you hear me say? Where are you? I need you to show me the way. Where are you? I'm running out of time. Do you hear me say? This is the make you go.
Some people will say that this is a change, man, but I listen to this type of stuff and I go, yo, this is two different beats, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is two different records. I just wonder if this is kind of like a good use of the music, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wonder if people appreciate what goes into making this work. You know what I mean? Like, in order to make this thing transition smoothly, as a producer, you guys know how hard that can be to kind of take different things, make them transition kind of easily. You know what I'm saying? And then trying to make it all go. But I still kind of feel like this could be two records, right? The second half probably being a little bit better than the first half. And for me, I would just like to kind of, I would like for us to kind of choose, if it's just kind of a groove, if it's just kind of a house groove, and you guys are trying to just, play to the party on just a little bit of a groove and nothing ever goes on it, no real lyrics, no song, then I guess it can stand as it is. If we're looking to take this and turn it into a song, or trying to get this to an artist that would actually put some real vocals on this and really make this into a record, then we'll need to kind of find a way to standardize or make this song structure stand out a little bit better for me. Right now it's a groove, man, and it's going, and I'm not mad at it, for what it is. Grant Kai, what up? Actually, now, Richie, that's 3 beats. It's wild. You know what I mean? That's 3 different joints. I ain't even mad at it. This one is Just a Beat by Pitt. All right, let's listen to it. Let's see what it sounds like, man. If it's just a beat, you know what I mean? Working that arpeggiator and that note repeat. But look, this is the chord of something that could be dope, and considering if you kind of use it, Figaro, what up? If you jump into it and you actually add some real percussion to it, add some drums to this thing, and make this joint really go, you can kind of make it go. So thanks for submitting it. I know this is really, just like you said, just a beat. But it's kind of sounds unfinished to me. It sounds like it needs to be structured with some more sound, some more drums to make this thing go, man. So thank you for submitting, man. That's Pitt, man. Just a beat, man. Let's go. We're gonna jump into the next joint, man. What's this here? Out the Picture by who? Kawani. Marco, what up? Song is gone. This joint is gone. We're going to remove this one because it is no longer here. Song is gone. See, what's this? Hold on 1 second. See by Rock. For the gusto with this one. Kaz, what up? He going for the gusto with this one. Like, listen, this beat is going really hard. What we want to pay attention to, we already know that he's overloading. We know that his mix is not as good as it could be. Let's try to get past the fact that the mix is overloaded and it's in distortion. Let's get past that. Let's try to listen to see how his song structure is. I think this is the main thing that we have to pay attention to. He's obviously chose the right sounds. He's basically chose the right drum sounds. He's gotten himself to get to the level of what it is in terms of he's got himself to pick the right sounds for the genre of music it is. And remember, that's probably like one of the biggest challenges for a lot of guys is that these guys ain't picking the right sounds. So he's picked the right sound. So his joints sound like it's supposed to sound in terms of his sound selection. Now, what we have to listen for is if outside of the mix, we know that the mix is bad. That's we take that out of the thing. Now we want to see how is this structured for an artist to jump on this and spit on it. Is it set up in a way that can be put into the song mode that makes sense? So let's listen to it from the top, and then we're going to kind of make that decision and we go through the review. The intro, right? See what it did? It just went. It went from a dope intro. The first 8 bars, right? The first 8 bars sounded like it could have been the hook, but then he never pulled out the synths. You know what I'm saying? So the synths kind of stayed in it for another 4 to 8 bars, and this kind of now creates the confusion. So now he got the beat now dropping in certain various places. It doesn't fit for the rhyme schemes. You see what I'm saying? Like what you guys do is you guys are creating friction for your writers. I repeat it. You guys are creating friction for your writers. You're creating friction for your artists. When an artist hears it and they're starting writing, then when the beat does something that it's not supposed to do at the right time, right? Typically, it creates friction. Because now we got to get the engineer to change it, if these guys even want the engineer to change it. Because most guys ain't even asking the engineer to change it. Hey, take this part, put it over here, because now they're producing the beat. And a lot of artists don't want to do that shit. I'm just telling you what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it close to finish as possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get it close and closest to that as possible. Grand Kai, what up, man? This is the Vitals. Is this a new joint? Or you fixed it? You made some adjustments. Let's listen to it. Shout out to Grand Kai in the building, man.
I can't breathe, I can't be without you. We don't need time and space, I keep thinking about you. 7 days makes me weak, can't go long without you. Check my vitals, I can't live, I can't breathe, I can't be without you.
That's much
we
better.
Don't need time and space, I keep thinking about you. 7 days makes me weak, can't go long without you. Every night I go to sleep, I can't stop seeing me and you face to face. Come swing this way and show me your mind. I love it when we face to face. You comfort me, I don't mind. My hands, your hips, your waist. Come swing this way and show me a sign. I love it when we face to face. You comfort me, I don't mind. You're way too pretty, slide by my city, you're half mixed Trini, I need a minute, bring friend, come with you, yeah. Gang, come with me, yeah. Gang, come with me. Suffering in silence, girl, you got a nigga on the park bench wildin'. My niggas telling me to lock it down. Goddamn, baby, like a locksmith. Got that key to my heart, can't stop. Acknowledge me, cause it might just stop. Check my vitals. I can't live, I can't breathe, I can't be without you. We don't need time and space. I keep thinking about you. 7 days makes me weak. Can't go long without you. Every night I go to sleep, I can't stop seeing me and you face to face. Come swing this way and show me your mind. I love it when we face to face. You comfort me, I don't mind. My hands, your hips, your waist. Come swing this way and show me your sign. I love it when we face to face. You comfort me, I don't mind.
Grant Kai. That sounds so much more cohesive. But I guess the question is, you as the artist now, how does it feel and sound to you? You know what I'm saying? Because for me now it works. So now I know what the name of the song is. I know how it's going.
Check my vitals. I can't live, I can't breathe, I can't be without you. We don't need time and space. I keep thinking about you. 7 days makes me weak. Can't go long without you.
Can't go without you.
Check my vitals. I can't live, I can't breathe.
Don't leave no gaps there.
I can't be without you. We don't need time and space. I keep thinking about you. 7 days makes me weak. Can't.
Now this hook at the end.
We can't go long without you.
See how this hook at the end. Now this hook at the end got the doubles.
I can't live, I can't breathe, I can't be without you.
Now why it ain't double at the front? Hold on, brother.
Check my vitals. I can't live, I can't breathe, I can't be without you. We don't need time and space. I keep thinking about you. 7 days makes me weak. Can't go long without you. Check my.
And then what we're doing, man. Oh, you think it took away from the surprise element? Okay, man. It's not really a surprise element. What you have is a strong hook. So whenever you have a strong hook, you exploit that motherfucker. You dig? Like we don't play this cat and mouse game with strong hooks. You know what I'm saying? When you got a strong hook, bro, you run that hook. That's why it's called a hook. This is your bread and your butter. You know what I'm saying? Like it's bread and butter for your music. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have any other chances to get these folks into your music outside of when we got good hooks. So when we got a good hook, we gotta run it. We can't play this cat and mouse with no good hooks, man. The hooks gotta make the hook smash the record how it's supposed to smash the record. Keep the listener engaged. You know what I'm saying? Like this one is a nice length. It's kind of boom, boom, in and out. You know what I'm saying? And it got a nice little world feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Like once you kind of get everything just kind of just leveled off and everything where you need to be, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you to start testing it out, man. Start testing it with the folks. Start testing it with the people on your socials. Start seeing what's really going on with the people and the vibes. If they like you on this vibe, which is more of a world vibe, versus the other joints, which is more of an R&B vibe. Like you have to kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to kind of play this game to kind of understand. Like, you know, you're testing the market. We normally call it like A and B split testing. You know what I'm saying? We may take the same thing and we may make different iterations of it to see which one works better. You know what I'm saying? So to see if that's going to work better than the other one. But in most cases, what I would tell folks to do and tell you to do is to take different parts of this song. You see how you got the front part of the song that got the vocal sample in that. Take that part of the song with a little bit of your vocal, put that out there on some content. Then take the hook with you on it, put that out there with some content. Put the hook, like you said, with the other part of it with everything in it. Put that out with a little bit with some content. Put a portion of the verse out with some content. You know what I'm saying? And this can be you singing the song everywhere. right? This could be you singing a song in the car, you singing the car on the train, you singing the car, you at the park, just different pieces of content just for people to consume the song. Now at the same time, the way that I normally would tell guys to do this is like, you got to train the audience where you want them to consume your record, right? So if it's a dance record, you want to make sure that it's consumed in a dance setting. You want to portray that. You got to think about this thing like a propaganda type of machine. It's a propaganda engine that we're causing. I went to the movies today, right? I went to the movies today with my kids. And, my kids know that, like, I like to drink Coca-Cola, right? This is probably my vice. I don't take any other things. I don't take no drugs. I don't do none else. But that damn Coca-Cola, right? That's the thing that I like, some Coca-Cola, right? So we're in the flicks. We're getting ready to watch the Super Mario joint. What do you think come on in the middle of before the movie start? Coca-Cola thing. And how does Coca-Cola advertise the Coca-Cola? They basically just keep showing you how you can consume it. You consume it with your girl. You're over here at the picnic. They don't sell soda. They sell lifestyle. Right? They sell everything where you should consume it, right? So this is a marketing game. This is a game that you have to play with your music. We have to train the audience on what we want them to do with our music. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to train them. And we got to kind of, I hate to keep using the word propagandize, but that's the real shit. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. Marketing is really a fake word for propaganda. We want people to do something, so we have to condition them to do that. So, I would just say, hey, take these songs that you got, start creating the visuals for how you want this to be consumed, man. Shout out to Grand Kai on this joint, man. This is like I said, this is the vitals. He came in with this record a few days ago, and he made some changes, and the changes basically changes the trajectory of this record. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. Shout out to you for not only listening and taking the feedback, but for also executing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of guys is not going to execute on that. So good job to you for executing on it. And then I see you in the comments saying, hey, you like the way it feels now. It feels better to you. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, this is one of the things that we're trying to get folks to really understand. It's like, how long would it have taken people to figure that out on their own? This is the thing, man. We're trying to save people time. This is the thing that people, how much is your time worth? Like, this is what you have to ask yourself. Like, how much is your time worth? Do you have 5-10 years to figure this shit out? And people don't got that kind of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't got that type of time to try to figure this stuff out, man. You know what I'm saying? So versus us sitting around, because, music is an experimentation. You know what I'm saying? So people are experimenting, trying to figure things out, trying to figure out what the niche is, what it is. Whereas somebody with a trained ear could come in and say, nah, dog, take that to here, move that over here, change this to there, right? Let's get you on the races. But at the same time, you're learning. So now you can take that and you can apply that to your next records. You see what I'm saying? Now you can start to feel, okay, this is not feeling right. Why it's not feeling right? Let me make these kind of changes, because now you're getting the experience in real time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what that's all about. It's really about getting the experience in real time and learning and being trained to understand, the do's and the don'ts of it. Of course, we can always stretch the limits. We can flex it a little bit, but at the same time, we have to understand what the core principles are. And as long as we understand what the core principles are, then we can always expound on those things and we can push some boundaries once we kind of understand how to get through the basics. You know what I mean? So, shout out to you, man. That's Vitals, man, by Grand Kai. For my producers in the building, make sure y'all checking them out now. You know what I'm saying? Don't say I ain't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing that's also apparent that people don't realize is that work ethic. So people who got that work ethic, it's going to be hard for you to stop them. You know what I'm saying? People don't, most folks, the folks who got the work ethic, man, they're going to succeed in one way or another. You know what I'm saying? The question is, just how long it's going to take. Like I said, you don't know what your number is. Your number might be 100. Your number might be 1,000. Your number might be 10,000. You don't know. You know what I mean? We don't know how many reps it's going to take before you crack the code. You know what I'm saying? But the matrix, how the matrix works. This one that says a Lucky Type beat. I don't know what that is, but we're about to listen to it real quick. How long we been on now? About 30 minutes, give or take. This is a Lucky Type beat by Sacred. We're going to listen to this joint. Hopefully it's still up. Like the drums that you got going here are cool for placeholders, but you got to get some drums on this joint because you got that main line going, which could work pretty good. You just got to get some real drums on that to make this joint really, punch through the speakers a little bit, something. You know what I mean? We got to push for that. Why is everything so muffled? It's kind of a filter kind of feel. You know what I'm saying? Like some guys got the filter thing going on, you know what I'm saying? We ain't really knocking that, like, as far as how the filters is going, so forth and so on, but, we're gonna make it do what it do, you know what I mean? He making it work the best way that he know how to make it work, but, in my opinion, again, man, you gotta add some drums to some of this stuff, man. Some of this stuff shouldn't have the drums that are so subdued, man. Some of these drums need to be a little bit more, like not everything requires these like little like muffled type drums and 808. Some of this stuff gotta stand out. You know what I mean? Some of this stuff gotta crack, This is Our Fate by Dillmatic.
I'm finding it harder to look in the mirror when I'm staring at everything I fear. Every time I stare, I keep going in the wrong direction. I'm just trying to find an exit. I didn't give a fuck. Guess I'm out of luck. I'm the reason I'm so fucking stuck. Seen this coming, but I refused to duck. I just stood there till I got struck. No way out, no way back. Same old road, same old track. I stood still, I took that hit. This is my fault, I admit. No way out, no escape. Death is all I fear. I'm the reason that I'm hopeless and broke. Took a bite of life and wanted to choke. I couldn't stand the taste. Forced it down and I puked in the waste. Could be the reason I'll never find my place. Death I embrace, I don't see life getting better. The fog thick is cement and it clears for stormy weather. There's too much pressure to measure. That's why picturing me dead brings so much pleasure. Feels like I've been watching paint dry. Now I'm still staring at dry paint. Keep everything away from me, I possibly might taint. I'm getting irate at a sublime rate. Might end up leaving pieces of a body scattered across 9 states. The gates of heaven for me are probably sealed. I keep picking my wounds so they can't be healed. I conceal my anger until I reveal. I can yield it like a sword and shield. Lost. Yeah, I guess it's me. You can't sell a soul to the devil that he can't see. Sent to live in a world where I can stand to be. Dear God, why have you forsaken me? No way out, no way back. Same old road, same old track. I stood still, I took that hit. This is my fault, I admit. No way out, no escape. Death is all I face.
It does sound like it could be AI. because you see how it cuts, like the hook cuts like on bar like 6. I don't know if you guys noticed that, like the bar, it's like it's not finishing where it needs to finish. You know what I mean? Like it's cutting off like in the middle of the hook. You know what I mean? Like it's not on the 8. It's like on the 6, which is kind of a weird place where it's falling right now. So that's really what's throwing me off with this thing. It's like it's not necessarily doing exactly what I would need it to do in terms of the where the hook is at. Everything else to me, I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like these lyrics. I like these scratches that are going into the record right now. I like the where the vocals are placed in terms of the stacks and the doubles and the ad libs, like all of that, and then the effects on the record. Like to me, like this is a real cohesive. It's just the way that hook is placed. It's funny. Like if we count the bars, like count the bars with me, and then you see what I'm talking about. All right, so. Ashton, what up?
Yeah. I'm finding it harder to look in the mirror when I'm staring at everything I fear. Every time I stare, I keep going in the wrong direction. I'm just trying to find an exit. I didn't give a fuck. Guess I'm out of luck. I'm the reason I'm so fucking stuck. Seen this coming, but I refuse to duck. I just stood there till I got struck. No way out, no way back. Same old road, same old track. I stood still, I took that hit. This is my fault, I admit. No way out, no escape. Death is all I fear.
That's like 7.
I'm the reason that I'm hopeless and broke. Took a bite of life and wanted to choke. I couldn't stand the taste. Forced it down and I puked.
You see like how it ended on the off bar? Like, I don't know if it should be doing that. Like, the way it ended on the off bar like that. You know what I mean? That's weird. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of just threw the whole thing off for me. Like, hold on one second, bro. Ashton, what up, bro? Yeah, man. Like it just needs the right structure here, man. This beat, this record has a lot of it has a lot of potential if we're listening to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine having a record like this that has the right sound, right? In terms of it's a mean sound. It has the right sound. We'll go there first. The artist is completely audible, which is crazy, right? So you got an audible artist that you can hear all the lyrics, voice cadence dope, voice tone dope, record is mixed properly. Excuse me. But we just don't structure the song right? And what happens is when we don't structure the song right, it leaves us kind of like that was okay, right? Because for people who listen to music intently, for people who really consume music as a thing now, because remember now, you're going to have people that are passive listeners that are, listen to music while they're doing everything else. And then you have the folks that really enjoy music. So the folks who really enjoy music, and these are the people who are really the ones that are going to concerts and buying merch and are really still fans of artists and all this type of stuff. These folks are listening to those things that those drivers and those things that they've always been conditioned to listen for. They don't realize they're listening for it, but they've been conditioned for it. So what happens is when a song does something like that, where it's supposed to continue and it doesn't, it kind of leaves us kind of like, but we can't put our finger on why we didn't like it. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not really here to critique it like that. They're just here to kind of listen to it, not necessarily too passively, but slightly actively. And when they hear it, it's like, it quite don't do it for you, because it kind of is missing what it needs to conclude the other part of the hook to make it kind of carry over into the verse. So it kind of throws off the whole continuity of the record. you know. So it's one of those things, man. And Richie's saying it's AI, and I might lean on him toward that to say that it's AI. You know what I'm saying? Boy Swagger, what up? Tim Lee, what up, man? Welcome to the joint. So when I listen to this, I want to hear stuff that's going to have a little bit more cohesion. I want to listen to things that got more continuity. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to make sure that we're staying in these kind of pockets, man. For those who are just joining, man, make sure that y'all are jumping into our school community to really learn the music business, and at the same time learn how to get your music production game up a little bit better. We've been adding on some music production tutorials. Just make sure y'all are checking out the classroom. We've been adding some things in from the archive. The stuff that we have on the line, at least on the YouTube, that stuff will be kind of, disappearing slightly. I'm going to make sure everything that we're doing in terms of our cookups and everything is going to start falling into the portal. It'll stand on YouTube for a little while before it starts to move over. You might have heard it before. What's this joint called? Y'all I Got by who? Lola?
Shall I? Will I do this one more time? I'm willing. Oh, I'm ready. Give it another show. Give it all I got. Yeah, all I got. You gotta explain to me what's going on in your head, 'cause I don't have a clue, no. Don't make me believe.
Yeah, this mix is bad, and these vocals are, kind of like piercing. The effects is crazy. At the same time, this is kind of like, like how you got the folks that are, I fall in this category now. Folks that are a little bit older, like myself, right? We're a little bit older, and we're still kind of caught up in the we're still kind of caught up in the can I sing thing. You know what I'm saying? That used to be the barometer for us when we came into this, right? When we came into this business, the barometer used to be is, can we really sing, right? Oh, this person can sing and this person can't sing. And we used to have these debates that went on for days. You know what I'm saying? That who can sing, who can't sing, and this person sings better than this person sing, right? But the truth of the matter, it was never really about who could sing better. It was always about who could make the better fucking songs. That's what it really boiled down to. It's like, can you make a good song? Like, that's what it mattered, right? That's the only thing that mattered. That's the only thing that really stands the test of time. You're going to have a ton and a plethora of good singers that you hear over the years. But can you make a damn song that we're going to be able to stand on and that we're going to be able to listen to? And this is one of those cases where I listen to it where it's like, okay, we're grandstanding to try to make it so that you can hear how we can on the record, but we need you to make the song. Like, where's the song? Where's the intro? Where's the hook? Where are the verses? We haven't even arranged the record at all, right? So, I would want people to kind of stay away from that. Like, it's the same thing with the producers who are sending in some tracks, who are sending in tracks for us to submit and to listen to. I'm going to be honest with you, man. These artists do not care how intricate your sequence is, dog. Yo, these artists don't give a fuck about that shit. When I tell you, like, the more complex you made the beat, the more chance that shit wouldn't get picked up. And I could tell you that facts. The more complex that you made the shit, when you put the intro on it and the joint is going, doing all types of drum fills, and all that shit. And you see all of that shit going pervasively through the internet. If you have a right kind of algorithm for your, if you got music production as part of your algorithm for your social media, you're gonna see a ton of guys making beats, and you're gonna be like, damn, that shit hard. Damn, this shit hard. This hard. How come the artists ain't picking them beats? How come the artists ain't picking them beats? You clearly hear how hot they are. You see the shit got 10,000 likes. Why the artists ain't calling for those songs? Why those shits ain't making nobody album? Think. Shit too complex. You know what I'm saying? Like we showboating for the internet. That's not how you get your music placed. Your music ain't gonna get placed like that. Your music ain't gonna get placed with, with the most intricate of what you call it. We showboating for other producers. That's part of my issue with BeatStars. No shade to it. I think it has a good platform in terms of e-commerce and all of that stuff, a good marketplace. But what happens is now it's become a place for us to showcase our talent against other producers and not for artists. Where are the artists looking for music? You know what I'm saying? Versus we basically competing against producers. It's like we have to have that thing that the artists want. We have to create the music that the artists want. You know what I'm saying? If we're not doing that, we're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if this is Richie. I don't know if this is the same Lola in our group that's been asking us to asking me to hear something. If this is what it is, it needs work. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that they're in a position to learn, how to get this joint better. You know what I'm saying? Because we need work. You know what I'm saying? Like this is gonna take a lot of work. And I don't think people are dedicated like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people are really dedicated to the amount of work you got to put in this bitch. You gotta put a lot of work in this bitch. Like you gotta put a lot of work in this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta put a lot of work into it. And if you think about it, just think about it from the aspect of us guys here, doing the live streams. How many hours have we been doing the live streams now in cumulatively? Think about it. Some of those production tutorials were 3 and 4 hours. Like I just want people to kind of understand that we did what? We did 150 nights straight first with that. Thank you. Hundreds of hours, dog. Hundreds of hours. And that's not even counting everything that's behind the scene. That's not counting that. Right? They're just not counting that. You're not counting the social media posts. You're not counting the replies. You're not counting, the customer inquiries. You're not counting the lawyer time. You're not counting the dealing with the labels or the administration and the dealing with the publishers and basically dealing with all this other shit. We're talking about tens of thousands of hours that people are I don't know if people are really willing to really do this shit like I'm talking about it. You know what I'm saying? I think people think that there's a magic pill to this thing. There's no magic pill. This shit is just motherfucking work. And you kind of got to be obsessed with this thing. You got to have a healthy obsession with it. That's all that I can say for it. That's all I can say to get people to the next level of this thing. You got to have a healthy obsession, and you have to be absolutely dedicated to learning. Like, you got to be dedicated to the shit. Like, you got to. You got to listen for the nuance. You got to listen for the stuff that we listening to. We talking about it night in and night out. You would think that for the amount of times that we've been talking about what we're talking about, that some people would basically hear what we're talking about, go back and revisit their song and re it up and then throw it out. Yeah, I got to say healthy obsession, man, because mental health shit is real, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to say healthy obsession because the mental health aspect now, the where people are mentally after COVID, it's a dangerous place. You know what I'm saying? And we're looking at like all-time highs in suicide, all-time high in depression, all-time high in all types of weird stuff that you see going on. So the support system that folks used to have for dealing with obsession, right? Because sometimes with an obsession comes a little bit of delusion, right? We have delusion, we got some obsession, and we have to be somewhat of delusional to want to do this and to want to get into this business. and we have to have a healthy obsession, and we have to be able to develop what I would call the we have to be able to develop the muscle to deal with the emotional highs and the emotional lows. You see what I'm saying? That there's so many emotional highs when shit is going good, and then there's a lot of emotional lows when ain't shit going on, right? And can you bear that? Can you bear when ain't shit going on for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 10 months, 1 year, 2 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you deal with that? Can you deal with when shit switches? Can you deal with when, you know, the North is killing it, Wu-Tang, boom, 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 and all of a sudden, boom, it's down south. Trap music. Whoa. Riz, what up? Whoa, it's trap music. No, they ain't sampling no more. They doing this. They doing snap music. What? Like, can you deal with that? You know what I'm saying? Can you deal with no longer being in demand? Guys stop answering their phones and shit. That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you deal with all of that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's nothing that you did. It's just the industry. You know what I'm saying? It's like, can you deal with it? Can you deal with the highs and lows? I see like not the Breakfast Club, but I see like the guys that used to work for Hot 97. They going through that shit now. You know what I'm saying? They starting to realize that, hey, these people were never our friends. No, you guys were in position. You guys were acting like dicks. That's what happened. It's like now you guys are realizing that, yo, you never really was that. You was in a position of power. And because you was in a position of power, people used to kowtow to y'all. Now they don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Now you get to see what's real. So it is what it is, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want folks to be able, like I said, have a healthy obsession with this thing, man. I want people to be able to get better with this thing. I want people to really feel what we feeling. I want people to really see people winning. Like, I want to see people winning, you know. I want to see people, you know, people's socials growing. I want to see that. I want to see, you know, people interested in what you're doing, your music. Like, I want people to see that. I want people to realize that there is just so many things that can be happening for people, you know. And it's like, and it's not a one size fits all. You know what I mean? Some people gonna need a GLP-1. Some people gonna need a treadmill and some gym. Some people gonna need a meal plan. You know what I'm saying? But as long as y'all all lose weight and your body looks the way you want it to look, hey, man, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? There's more than one way to, you know, to get to the, it's more than one way to get to the end, to the what you call it, you know what I'm saying? To get to the end zone, you know? And what we're trying to do is we're just trying to make sure that you can get there with the least friction as possible, you know? Just don't make these mistakes that people are making, you know? Don't believe some of the shit that people be talking online. Some of these people be talking stuff online because it's good for engagement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, leave that Coca-Cola alone. I do need to leave it alone. But the way that they did that commercial, dog, they did that commercial so good, bro. All I could do was laugh. I was just looking at the joint, and then they had another joint that came up where they was showing the different bottles. Like, they had glass Coca-Cola, they had the small can, and they had the large can. Then they had the joint with the bottle caps and everything. Then they had all of the bottles with the perfect amount of condensation on the bottle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I tell you that these guys are like magicians, man, when it comes to freaking marketing. You know what I'm saying? These guys are magicians. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be out there and you can be sitting there with your drink and you want another one. You're like, damn, I want another one. That's the way these guys got this shit going. And you got to think about that shit with your music. Cause how can I get people to want another one? You know what I'm saying? How can I get Max to take everything that I make? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I have to listen to what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to listen to everybody else's music, and I have to get in front of that. I gotta say, okay, this guy's coming with this. This guy's coming like this. Pause. This guy's doing like this. All right, how do we get in front of that? You know what I mean? I gotta still do me. You know what I mean? We still gotta do us. We still gotta be Arkatech Beatz, but we gotta also say, okay, how do we just ensure that what his ear is listening for to kind of create a cohesive project? How do we fulfill those things? Because what we're doing fulfills one level of it. We have to make sure that we can fulfill the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing about building an album. When you're building an album, it's like, the album got different feels, but they all need to go together, right? So we have to figure out how can we get those things to marry each other. How can we get them all to work in tandem? You know what I mean? So that's really the thing here. Let me see what's on my other side. Boy Swagger, man, what's up, man? See what's on my Instagram. On my Instagram is cold. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live, man. I'm about to jump off. These like I said, these kids out of school tomorrow, man. So I got a full day with them. We went to go see that Mario shit today. It was alright. Wasn't really impressed. Me and kids movies, man, they ain't really gelling like they used to. But they didn't have no propaganda or anything, thank God. You know what I mean? I think we went to watch another movie that way. It was another movie where this young lady turns into she swaps her brain out and she goes into a beaver. And when I tell you that movie was loaded with propaganda, I mean, it was loaded. Like, it was so loaded. I'm like, man, it was loaded. Like, it's loaded with propaganda, man. But a Disney movie, man. That's why, I didn't even realize it was a Disney movie until I was sitting in the theater. I was like, these guys, man. These guys always kind of, they got to propagandize every freaking thing, man. And every Disney movie, they got to kill off the parent. Y'all catch that? Like every single by themselves. Hey, yo, what is good? Like, what's up with the trauma movies for Disney movie? They got to kill parents. I'm like, yo, they don't want kids to have parents, huh? I was like, damn. I was like, that's some extra shit, man. I was like, y'all are some diabolical bastards, man. How y'all try to make kids by themselves. But anyhow, I'm gonna wrap this up, man. I'm gonna get into this joint for come tomorrow. I was listening to the joint we did last night in the cook up. And I posted it, just a snippet. And I posted it, and some interesting people in the DMs after we posted it, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? But I say all of that to say, do your music, post your content. Do your music, post your content. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know who's motherfucking watching. You never know. You never know. Most people ain't commenting and liking, but you never know who's watching. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? So keep working. I'm gonna see y'all on the other side. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Kaz.
Arkatech Beatz.
What do you do when life's that good? Every single inch is working like it should. What's a girl?